Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. This is another video on my 500 some square foot cinder block house that I'm working on. Today's video is going to be on plumbing. This is the first progress that I'll be making on the plumbing itself. I'll be replacing it all. It has a mixture of pipe underneath the house, but it's all busted from freezing in the past. All the way back down, even before the valve, it's busted. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting a nice clean cut on the black plastic pipe. That's the main water line that runs out to the meter. This is on county water, so I get a bill here. It's not on well. So I need to install this valve today. I had the water service turned on. Went and applied to get it turned on today. They'll be turning it on tomorrow morning. So I need to go get this, otherwise it's just going to shoot out the ground. They'll turn it right back off and leave. So the first step is to install this. This is the adapter where I can go from that black plastic pipe. It's got male threads on it that goes into the valve itself. And then off the top of that, I've got this this adapter, which goes to 3/4 inch PEX pipe. I really like PEX, works great. I think it's superior to a lot of other types of plumbing in many other ways. In many ways. Some people are going to be die-hard towards one or the other, whether it be copper or using CPVC, but I love PEX because you can do long runs of it without any joints. It's virtually totally freeze-proof. Of course, there's going to be problems. Things are going to freeze and bust. But I have a rental house that's had PEX in it that's gone through multiple winters without any heat at all, with water in the lines, and there was no busting whatsoever. And I've had other houses that did not, and all of those broke with even a small amount of water that was left over in the pipes that wasn't properly removed. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this assembled, then we'll go under the house and install this and turn it off, and then I'll have water service turned on tomorrow. Let's first go over our components again. We have the main part of this whole process, which is the ball valve. This is a 3/4 inch ball valve with female threads on either side. You can get these in many different configurations. You can also get them with to where you can crimp the PEX directly to them. They have ones where you solder on copper. There's all different kinds, and you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever your hardware or plumbing supply location is, and there'll be a number of them there for whatever it is that you need to do. And someone, of course, can help you figure out which ones you need if you don't already know. So I've got that. Then this will be on the black plastic side of the valve, and then on the PEX side I have this 3/4 inch PEX to 3/4 inch male thread that'll adapt right into the valve itself. As far as connecting the black plastic under the house, I've got these stainless steel clamps here. I'll go ahead and probably just use both of those on that to make sure I've got a good connection. And as far as making sure that the threads of the two adapters are watertight into the valve, I'm using some pipe joint compound. You can also use, the Teflon tape, but I like using the compound. It is messy, I don't like that part, but I have real good confidence in this stuff that you're getting it everywhere and that you're not going to have a leak. So first step, there's nothing to this. Basically, I'm just screwing the parts together. I'm going to go ahead and dope up the threads with the compound. And you can wipe all this down afterwards if you want. All this is just going to be under the house anyway. Doesn't really much matter. And as far as the directions on these jars go, they just say apply it to the male portion of the threads. And do want to make sure that I'm putting this in the way I want. Yep, I got the PEX valve on top to where when I go into the house, when I want to turn this valve off, all I have to do is grab it and turn it down. You know it's on when the handle's in line with the pipe. You'll need to be able to grab hold of the valve and use a pipe wrench. Nothing's as smooth as when you're nothing's smooth looking on camera, so you'll have to forgive me for not being real cool and just putting this all on real quick. It's also one of those projects where it's nice to have a couple hands. Get it screwed in first. Then you're just going to tighten it up. And just tighten it up till it's really tight. You'll know when it's tight. You're not going to hurt anything. Just don't go too crazy, I guess. Right there. Got a lot of resistance. And then this type of joint compound, is fine to use on plastic threads as well. And this stuff is good because it can handle really high pressure, a lot of range of temperature. And this you don't have to get super tight, it is plastic, but I'm just gonna snug it up with these pliers. I'm not really squeezing it hard or anything like that. You got to be a little more sensitive with the plastic components. You can also get this, you know, pretty much anything you can get in plastic as far as fittings goes, you can also get in metal. Alright, that'll be good. So now I'm going to go into the house and get this part installed. Here's what I'm crawling into on the side of the house. This is the entrance to the crawl space, and there's another one right over here behind the heat pump. It's not too bad, but it's certainly not pleasant under there. There's a lot of glass and broken glass and junk under there that I'm kind of wrestling with, and there's an enormous amount of spiders. Before I leave today, I'm going to seal off all of the gaps the best I can on this house and set some bug bombs off underneath some of those foggers and see if I can't kill at least the majority of them for other work that I need to do under the house. Alright, well, I'm in place. Very unpleasant. First thing you got to do is slip on your pipe clamps, and I'll go ahead and snug them up to where they don't slide down to the ground. And I'm sure this is a little hard to see from the camera, but not a lot to it. All I'm doing is putting this driver onto the nut, onto the bolt of the clamp, and I'm just tightening it up. A lot of you are probably familiar with these from plumbing and other times where pipe clamps like this are used. So I'm not really snugging them up yet, or otherwise it'd be too hard to get this on there. And then after that, I'm just going to jam this in there. And so that black plastic pipe is, you know, buried under the ground probably 2 feet, 3 feet, something around there. And then it comes up underneath the house, and then it'll have the valve here. And then from there, I'll go up PEX and attach to that joist. So this will be pretty stiff in the end. So to get it in there, you just got to jam it in there, rock it around, do whatever you have to do. It is kind of tricky. Hope you can see that. Barely. Loosen the strap up a little bit. I think I'm fighting myself. Growling and grunting necessary. Alright, once it's in there, you just want to go ahead and position the valve to where the handle is convenient. You know, you don't want it in the back. And then tighten up your clamps. And with these clamps, they make little torque wrenches that are specific for doing this. I don't have one. I've got an okay feel for what's good, and I'm using 2 as well, so I should be good as far as clamping pressure goes. There we go. And on is up, in line with the pipe. Positioned out perpendicular from the tubing is off. So that's where I'm leaving it, and then tomorrow they'll come and turn it on, and they'll see that it has no leaks, and I'll have service. Well, this wasn't the kind of exciting video like smashing down walls or anything, but it is one of those tasks that people will have to do on occasion. I've had to do it in every house I've purchased for one reason or another. Be sure to visit my website, thehomesteadcraftsman.com. See me on Facebook, Instagram, and of course you can leave questions and comments down below, and I'll do my best to respond to them. Thanks for watching.